Prithu Maharaj trifft die 4 Kumaras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Vivritaya Sattvaya Purushatya Mahiyase Yograma Kshatram Avishya Vivartidam Swatejasa. Dear Lord, you're situated in your pure existential position of goodness. Therefore, you are the perfect representative of the Supreme Lord. You're glorified by your own prowess, and thus you are maintaining the entire world by introducing Brahminical culture and protecting everyone in your line of duty as a Kshatriya. Without the spread of Brahminical culture and without proper protection from the government, no social standards can be maintained properly. That's so true, no? Our governments today are completely berserk. Thus everything, all the values. Right now it's very lamentable what's going on in Europe. Very, very, very lamentable. This is admitted in this verse by the citizens of Maharaj Prithu, who could maintain the wonderful situation of his government due to his position in pure goodness. The word Vivrita Sattvaya is significant. In Sanskrit, every word has such a deep meaning, and that is a characteristic of the Vedas. Being precise, what they want to say, they say it. In the material world, there are 3 qualities, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. One has to be raised from the platform of ignorance to the platform of goodness by devotional service. Radhe. There is no other means for elevation, for elevating one from the lowest stage of life to the highest stages, but the execution of devotional service. Very nice. So for advancing, we have to do devotional service. No devotional service is very hard to progress. As advised in the previous chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam, one can raise himself from the lowest position to the highest simply by associating with devotees and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam regularly from their mouths. Srinvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Ridyantasto Hiyabadrani Vidunoti Suritsatam. When one engages in devotional service, in the first stage of hearing and chanting, the Lord, who is in everyone's heart, helps the devotee in cleansing the heart. We were just reading here this morning that Narottam Das Thakur received his life assignment in a dream, but in such a vivid dream. But it shows that when Krishna wants to instruct you, he can utilize your dream if the spiritual master is not there with you right there. In the gradual cleansing process, one is relieved from the influence of passion and ignorance and is situated on the platform of goodness. The result of association with the qualities of passion and ignorance is that one becomes lusty and greedy. But when one is elevated to the platform of goodness, he is situated in any condition of life and is without lust and greed. This mentality indicates one's situation to the platform of goodness. One has to transcend this goodness and raise himself to the pure goodness, called Vishuddha Sattva, or the advanced state of goodness. Vishuddha Sattva is above Sattva Guna. In the advanced stage of goodness, one can become Krishna conscious. Therefore, Maharaj Prithu is addressed here as Vivrita Sattva, one who is situated in the transcendental position. But Maharaj Prithu, also situated in the transcendental position of a pure devotee, came down to the position of Brahmana and Kshatriya for the benefit of human society, and thus gave protection to the entire world by his personal promise. Also he was a king, a Kshatriya, because he was a Vaishnava. He was also a Brahmana. As a Brahmana, he could give proper instruction to the citizens. And as a Kshatriya, he could rightly give protection to all of them. Thus, the citizens of Maharaj Prithu were protected in all respects by the perfect king. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport on the 4th canto, 21st chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, instructions of Maharaj Prithu. Yananjana Shalakaya Shakshuritam Jidetasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jayantale Swayam Bhakadamayam Nadati Svapadantikam Ukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yakripatam Mahangande Shri Guru Dinataranam. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namostute, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vishavanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Haribre. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Vedara Srivasadi Madhava. Krishna Stu Bhagavan Swayam. As always, the Srimad Bhagavatam is complete with spiritual instructions, with all details. Srila Prabhupada takes any verse and turns it into a mega booklet of instructions. There's so much to say. First, I want to lament that Maharaj Prithu is not amongst us today. We have Merz, Macron and Stank, 3 prime ministers in Central Europe who are so incredibly mad that they want to do everything to start a big war on the basis of lies. Because politicians many times when they're in trouble politically, they start a war so that all the attention of the people go to the war and go away from observing their personal failures. It's exactly going on right now. It's a very, very dangerous position. Very, very dangerous. Of course, it is all in the hand of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Imagine yesterday, farmers from all over Europe drove with their tractors to Brussels from all the countries with tractors, and they attacked the European Parliament because the European Parliament is making all stupid decisions against the local farmers. We need a Prithu Maharaj, don't we? And there aren't any available. No, it is really a dark time. And we can see it. When Hitler rose to power, people could not imagine what a kind of an egomaniac man is this. And what would he decide, and what would he and his fellow people do? Nobody could imagine. But everybody could feel, this guy's wrong. But he also had his fans, those who were economically benefited. Whoever is economically benefited by you, they will be in favor of you. That is nothing special. So then if the governors, they make war, then all the military industrial complex is saying, yeah. Finally, you're doing something good because we're going to get money. Because if there's no war, then the military industrial complex doesn't get so much money. So it is very, very bad times right now. Very bad. And people are already dying like anything. Every day, hundreds and hundreds of people are dead. Unnecessary. Without any good reason. It was 100% Germans' fault that the Ukraine war started. And the Americans, of course. Because the politicians, they cannot trust each other because they're only lying. So, you see, it's a little bit political history. Russia returned the part of Germany which they had under their possession after the Second World War. Why did they have this? Why did they own half of Germany? Very simple. Because Germany lost the war. And Germany killed many millions of Russians in the war. So anyhow, then the Russians said, okay, we'll give you back your Germany to be united. But you don't move your military group called NATO closer to Russia. You stay there. Let these people be neutral militarily. They said, yes, we will do that. But it was only a lie. And then they expanded. Finally, they reached the border of Russia. With a coup, a military coup against the Ukrainian government. Why do I tell you these things? Just so you have a little bit of a clear picture why all this killing is unnecessary. There's no reason. It could all have been avoided if our governors would be a little bit sincere, a little bit humane. But they are not humane with the animals. All the animals everywhere, Russia, China, America, the animals are treated like numbers and simply tortured and slaughtered. So they do the same thing with human beings. For them, slaughtering human beings is really nothing which disturbs their mind. If there's a monkey outside here, and any friend or any person comes and he starts beating the monkey, right? And the monkey screaming, ah! Will we sit here? No. We'll get up, say, hey, stop this, what are you doing to this monkey? Because we have feelings. We have compassion. We cannot tolerate a monkey has done nothing to nobody is going to be tortured. Not killed, just beaten. And the poor monkey is screaming, no! Or a dog, or a cow, or whoever. We would stop the class and stop the guy. Right? Nobody of you would sit quiet here. Okay, let the monkey scream. So how is it possible that young Ukrainians and Russians are slaughtered for political purposes of some demons, and nobody is making a major objection? A major objection. I mean, violence and violence brings more violence. It's not really a solution. As a matter of fact, those who know politics, they know that the military industrial complex wants you to be violent. Even if any revolutionary group comes up anywhere, they always get weapons on the ground. How? By the military industrial complex. If they give weapons to those who are ready to fight, then the other side has to buy more weapons, and it's all the money is coming to them. It's nasty. This world is absolutely nasty. And the people die because people are making money. And nobody is really making a major intervention. Because they are guilty themselves. Anybody who's torturing animals has a mind of a person without feeling. And if you are accustomed not to have feelings for the animals, then your feelings for the human beings is also going to be very low. Ah, that's Ukraine, that's far away. It's not me, it's not my people. It's not in my neighborhood. And if there's crime in your neighborhood, you say, at least it's not in my house. It's always. I am disgusted with these human beings. And that means I'm disgusted with the material world. Because the material world is that way. It doesn't look like it really has been much different in the past, except if you had good governance, like Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj, he was a Vaishnava, he was a Shakti Avatar. Incredible personality. Everybody was peaceful. Everybody was protected. He established the true principles of devotional service, Vishuddha. It's not enough that you go to goodness. You have to establish yourself in pure goodness. This means you have to do your things for Krishna. conscientiously for Krishna. You have to decide, this I